I met Bernie when I was 15 years old. He was a sailor out on the ocean his whole life until being diagnosed with ALS, or Lou Gehrig's disease. Now, on hospice care and nearing the end of his life, Bernie had one final dream: to sail again. I had the honor of meeting Bernie when he was coming. I had the honor of meeting Bernie and working to make this dream come true for him. Surrounded by his friends and his family, his wife approached me on that day and she said, "Caitlin, don't be offended. Bernie doesn't smile much anymore. He doesn't get excited about anything." But on that day, I didn't know a Bernie who wasn't smiling. Bernie passed away a few months after that, and his family took out the same sailboat to scatter his ashes over the ocean. From that day on, Dreamcatchers has grown to a national organization with over 50 chapters, based in high schools and college, made up of students like I was, a high school student dedicated to fulfilling the end-of-life dreams of hospice patients. The core of our mission is connecting generations, building bridges where there's otherwise little to no interaction through this dream fulfillment. Unfortunately, these dreams don't pay for themselves, and Dreamcatchers is lacking a sustainable source of funding, which is why we joined this academy and were paired with this awesome team to come up with this venture that we're calling Dream Care. Now, at its core, Dream Care connects student volunteers to senior citizens who may need help with home tasks, yard work, errands. Maybe they just need a friend. It stays true to our mission of connecting generations and improving the lives of our older citizens. But the best part is all of the profits generated from this will go back into our core mission of fulfilling dreams for people like Bernie. We've all been there, or we're all going to be there at some point. Whether it's for a parent, a spouse, a friend, a neighbor, aging is difficult, and caring for the aging can be even harder. Sometimes we need help to help those that we care about. That's why we're targeting two main customer segments with this venture: senior citizens over the age of 65 and their families. Our program services would help to relieve some of the time and effort that a lot of families spend on caring for their loved ones. Think about it, right now, we're all getting a taste of that social isolation that a lot of seniors face on a daily basis, and it's lonely. In fact, the former US Surgeon General has stated that this prolonged social isolation can be compared to the health risks of smoking 15 cigarettes a day. This is a pandemic for our seniors, and it's only exacerbated by our current situation. 10,000 people turn 65 every day. This market is huge and it's booming. In fact, piloting the program here in LA, we already have 1.8 million seniors and growing. And by 2030, 20% of this entire state's population will be made up of senior citizens.
A recent New York Times article highlights the widespread health issue of loneliness in our country. We have included a staggering statistic that approximately 33% of older adults in the United States are socially isolated, and that was before the coronavirus pandemic. And so to change all of this, we are introducing our solution, Dream Care. Youth volunteers will provide 6 main services like picking up groceries to providing companionship for seniors. Customers will be able to schedule these services through our website platform or through contacting their local Dreamcatchers chapter. By purchasing these services, customers will have their chores completed, but more importantly, they will receive interaction and possible sustained connection with young people, which can boost their overall well-being and sense of purpose. And their payment will go to future dreams, which could ultimately impact them yet again down the road. And so this is our solution in action. This venture will enable Dreamcatchers to significantly expand its core mission to potentially all seniors and not just hospice patients. Our two direct competitors are Papa and Mon Ami. Both companies pair youth with senior citizens to provide similar services. However, Papa's pricing is high, and Ubering the role of a personal caregiver can be extremely challenging and has failed in the past. Mon Ami is substantially smaller, with its market solely in the Bay Area. Indirect competition, non-medical elder care companies operate in a highly fragmented industry and are known for mediocre at best quality and inconsistent services. So our 3 key differentiators will enable us to compete effectively, namely our highly motivated volunteers, social mission to fund dreams, and partnerships with senior care providers, which we'll use as a vehicle for marketing purposes. We plan to grow Dream Care through 2 primary means: expanding geographically and diversifying our revenue streams. Once we've established a successful framework in the LA region, where we have a well-established network of hospices and senior living communities, we will expand into chapters based in Arizona. And that way, more Dreamcatchers members will be able to participate in our labor force. In the meantime, there are 2 additional revenue streams that we'd like to tap into: branded merchandise such as t-shirts and tote bags, as well as a subscription payment model. The subscription model will allow customers to pay for a package of credits each month at a discounted rate. For example, 10 program credits could be used to cover 2 to 3 Dream Care services like grocery shopping and yard work. This method will enable us to receive more cash up front and help us establish a recurring and loyal customer base. Our team really sets us apart. We have an incredibly passionate, well-qualified team excited about making all of this happen. Caitlin founded Dreamcatchers at the age of 15 and has run the organization since. She provides the entrepreneurial mind which will drive Dreamcare forward. Elaine, as Dreamcatcher's Director of Operations with a career in management and consulting, will manage the day-to-day operations for the venture. And our board members will be extremely hands-on and active in this new venture. Luke launched and operated a home health care company servicing a similar patient demographic. And Clinton's extensive experience in accounting and finance will inform our financial decisions. Their combined experience, plus a part-time hire to help carry out this venture, will ensure Dreamcare's success.
All right, let's talk about the money. So year one sees us piloting this program in the LA area, which based on survey results and market data, we'd estimate about 20% of our customers would opt for this $35 subscription service. And we'd complete about 570 services. Our main costs are inventory and gas reimbursement, and the most notable expenses are a part-time hire and a one-time R&D expense to help revamp the website. In fact, we've also secured a substantial marketing grant to help us run Google search ads that will help drive new customer acquisition. Year two sees growth in revenue attributed to another student chapter opening up in the LA area and more involvement from current Dreamcatchers members in this Dreamcare venture. And in year three, we see significant revenue growth due to the expansion into the Arizona area, and we actually end that year with a projected $39,000 in profit. So today we are seeking $45,000 in funding, which would help us cover the first 2 years' expenses, including a more complex website scheduling system. Now, as we saw in the last slide, Dreamcare becomes profitable in year two with about $6,000 in profit. And all of the positive cash flows from then on out are going to be able to go back into Dreamcatcher's core mission of fulfilling end-of-life dreams.
COVID-19 has shown a light on the very vulnerable and sensitive aging population worldwide, and the urgency to jumpstart this venture continues to grow each and every day. As someone whose family has been tremendously impacted by this virus, I firmly believe this venture will significantly help those in need, especially during this critical time. And what's more, this virus has increased youth interest in engaging with the elderly, making our venture all the more attractive and likely to grow and scale quickly.
Dreamcare is needed today more than ever. Your investment could make more dreams like Bernie's come true and impact lives young and old for years to come. And it all starts here today with you. Thank you so much for considering us.